Thank you for watching this Bridgewater Now update. I'm John Locke. A property that has drawn a lot of questions on social media may be finally getting addressed. The space that had the former mobile station over on Summer Street is set to be taken by the town. At last Tuesday's council meeting, Town Manager Michael Dutton said an appropriation recommended by the Community Preservation Committee for $313,900, coupled with an amount appropriated by the council of $245,000, will work to fund the taking and ancillary costs for the property. The town manager told councilors the goal is to make a new community open space.
And we are finally at the point where the appropriation and the order of taking can come together and affect the actual taking. For those that have not been following this, I'll just give you a quick update. The intent of the town after the taking is to incorporate this property essentially into or a complement to the Flora Little Park, which is a private park run and owned by the Bridgewater Improvement Association right next door. So we'll have an in-town park. My hope is that once the design is complete, we'll be able to fund the construction of outdoor, I'll call it passive recreation, but it's chess, checkers, a gathering area suitable for bringing lunch, potentially a place to park a food truck, and those types of amenities for residents and as well as staff and students at Bridgewater State.
Mr. Dutton went on to say that 30 days after the taking was approved, the town attorney will then have 30 days to record and arrange for damages paid to the owner and or lien holders on the property. As for any risk of underground tanks at the gas station site, that was addressed, and the town manager said there are no tanks there as they have been already moved. State Senator Walter Timmelty will be coming to Bridgewater for a district office hour on Tuesday, January 31st from 10 to 11 a.m. at the Academy Building. Mr. Timmelty became Bridgewater's new state senator after the district realignment last year as Mark Pacheco's jurisdiction was moved. Turning to sports, and the BR girls basketball team took on Needham this past Sunday as the Lady Trojans hope to remain as one of the top teams here in the state. A back-and-forth game was eventually won by BR 42-41. The team was up by 8 with just over 3 minutes to play, but Needham stormed back, scoring the next 7 points, but could not convert on a couple of potential game-winning shots. For the hometown team, Reese Bartlett scored 16 points to go along with 6 rebounds and 4 steals, and Natalia Hall-Rosa, who is the second leading scorer in the Southeast Conference, had 13 points and 6 boards in the end. BR improves to 7-2 ahead of their next game coming up against Durfee. Heading over to the university, and the Bears men's basketball team took on the number 5 ranked Christopher Newport Captains on Saturday afternoon, and the Bears held their own, actually leading at the half, but the Captains changed course and eventually pulled away with a 90-79 win. Dante Kakuba had a game-high and season-high 30 points on 12 of 18 shooting, while Emerson Halblev had 15 points. BSU hurt their cause by committing 12 more fouls in the competition, sending Christopher Newport to the line for 22 free throw attempts. Bridgewater State has 9 games left in the season, and they are all conference matchups, which means the season will be decided over the next month. The women's team continues their successful 22-23 campaign as they're riding their second 5-game winning streak of the season after wins against Wheaton and Worcester State. They've had a week between games, so a great chance to recharge ahead of the final 9 conference matchups, including their next game coming up on the 18th against Westfield State. Heading back to the high school sports scene for a second, the BR varsity hockey team hasn't had the easiest season, entering their MLK Day matchup against North Attleboro winless. In a 5-game span back in December, the Trojans were outscored 30-6. Now in January, the team did play better, but they still were falling short. In Monday's game, BR nor North Attleboro could find their way to the scoreboard, but Richie Popson came up with a couple of huge saves in the third period to send this one to overtime. Now in the extra session, neither team scored, so in the end, record-wise, it is a draw, but this was a tournament, so they did have to get a winner somehow. We go all the way to the 5th round of the shootout, and Will Converse tried his hand for the visitors, but Popson says not today. Will Foley came up with the BR Trojans, and we can recap it, or you can watch how it actually happened.
Here comes Will Foley. Chance to win it. He scores! Will Foley! The Trojans win!
So with the 1-0 shootout victory, the BR Trojans will play Newton South in the championship round of the tournament. That game comes up next Monday night. The hockey team has a big game coming up on the 28th against Falmouth. Now, while they're looking for a win on the ice, the team is also taking on a greater cause, as this is their Hockey Fights Cancer event. On the BR School District Facebook page, the players shared who they're fighting for, including teachers and family members.
I'm Ian Carvalho, and I fight for my grandfather.
I'm Dante Tudor, and I fight for my grandfather.
My name is Joshua Clifford, and I fight for my Uncle Ken.
BR students who wear purple to the event, which is a noontime face-off, will get into the game at the Bridgewater Ice Arena for free. Players will be selling t-shirts during lunch with the proceeds benefiting Hockey Fights Cancer. Again, the game takes place at the Ice Arena coming up on Saturday, January 28th at noon. And we wish them luck for a successful event coming up on January 28th. Thanks for watching this update. I'm John Luck.